All right, y'all. So one of our classmates asked me a question here out of 2.5. It's number 4. And I'm doing the one that's in my homework just because I'll be able to see my parts A, B, C, D, and E, okay? But you're going to do this problem exactly the way I'm going to work it out for y'all. Okay, so let's take a look here, y'all. It says 35 cities were researched to determine whether they had a professional sports team, a symphony, or a children's museum. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's draw a Venn diagram. I'm going to use a circle here. I'm going to put a T for sports team, right? I'm going to draw another circle here. I'm going to put an S for symphony. And then I'm going to draw a third circle here, and I'm going to put an M with that, and that's going to be for the Children's Museum. Okay, now, y'all, the problem tells me, it says something like, look, 17 had a sports team, 17 had a symphony, 14 had a museum. Looks like it says 10. Yeah, 10 had a sports team and a symphony. 7 had a sports team and a museum. 18 had a symphony and a museum, or 8, I'm sorry, and then 5 had all 3. So y'all, if you remember, we always start with the very middle, right? So 5, y'all, is going to go right there. All those 5 are in all 3 of them, okay? Now, I'm going to look at symphony and children's museum. So look, y'all, here's symphony. And here is Children's Museum. And that number has to be a total of 8. So look, y'all, if that has to be a total of 8 and there's 5 there already, then this one has to be 3. Okay? Because that's going to give me my 8. Now, it says 7 had a sports team and a Children's Museum. So look, y'all, here's my sports team, okay? And here is my Children's Museum. Well, those 2 circles, y'all, overlap right there. And that's going to give me a total of 7. Well, if this right here, y'all, is going to give me a total of 7, then this has to be 2. Okay. Let's see. We also know that 10 had a sports team and a symphony. Okay, so look, y'all, here is my sports team, okay? And here is my symphony, okay? Those 2 circles, y'all, overlap right there. And that has to be a total of 10. Well, if there's already 5 right there, then there has to be 5 right here, okay? Let's take a look at the next one. It says 14 had a children's museum, right? 14 had a children's museum. So look, y'all, the green circle has to add up to 14. So look, 2 and 5 is 7, 3 more is 10, and if that has to be 14, then that number there, y'all, has to be a 4. Okay, let me stick with red. That number there has to be a 4. Okay, 17 had a symphony. Okay, so the blue circle, y'all, is my symphonies, right? And that has to give me a total of 17. Well, in the blue circle, I have 5 and 5, that's 10, and 3 more is 13. And if it has to add up to 17, then that's also going to be 4. And then it says 17 had a professional sports team. So look, y'all, everybody in the black circle has to add up to 17. So I have 5 and 5 is 10, and 2 more is 12. And if it has to add up to 17, then y'all, this number here is going to have to be 5, okay? Now remember, y'all, I may have a number somewhere over here for the people that didn't have any of these things. So let me add up my numbers all the way across, okay? So look, y'all, I'm going to get my calculator. Let me clear all this stuff out. And let me look at my numbers. I have 5, 5, and 4. So let's add those up. 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus, we also have 2, 5, and 3, and a 4. 2, 5, and 3, and a 4. 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4. Oops, plus 4. And that's adding up to 28, okay? So look, y'all, if my total is 28, but we had 35, if we do 35 minus 28, that should be 7. That's how many I'm going to have on the outside, okay? All right, now let's see if we can answer the questions, all right? So look, y'all, I'm going to take a screenshot of this here, and I will upload it to the next page just so that I have it here. Okay, and now I'm going to answer my questions. So look what it says. It says, how many of the teams only had a professional sports team? Y'all, only with a sports team are those 5 right there, okay? So look, let me come back over here, and let me enter in the number 5, and we'll check it. Okay, good. Now let's do part B. come back over here, y'all, and upload this one as well. Okay, boom, right there. Okay, now, part B, Part B says, how many of them had a professional sports team and a symphony? So we want to know where they overlap, but not a museum. Okay, so look, y'all, here's the symphony. Here's the sports team. Here's the museum. The symphony, here's the sport, keep saying that the wrong way, y'all. Here's the sports team, here's the symphony. We want to know where they overlap. They overlap right here. But we don't want the museum. We don't want those guys. So we're just looking at those 5 right there, okay? So for part B, y'all, I'm gonna say that's 5 again, okay? So look, I'll come back over here. I'll enter in the number 5. Boom, okay? Now let's take a look at part C. So let's upload this guy here. Okay, part C says, how many of them had a professional sports team or a symphony? Okay, so look, y'all, I'm gonna upload my picture again, okay? A sports team or a symphony. So here's my sports team and here's my symphony. I want all of those numbers. So 5 and 5 is 10, and another 5 is 15, and another 5 is 20, and with that 4 makes it 24. So look, y'all, 24 should be my answer. Remember, when it says or, I want everybody, y'all, in this circle, and I want everybody in that circle together, okay? So I came up with 24. I'm gonna come back over here, y'all. I'm gonna enter in my number 24. I'm gonna check my answer, okay. Part D says, how many of the cities had a professional sports team or a symphony, but not a museum? Okay, let's see what the difference between that one is. Okay, so let me upload this guy here. Boom, here we go. Okay, so look, y'all, we want a professional sports team or a symphony, but no museum. Okay, so let me see if I can do this, okay? Professional sports team is the black circle. We want symphony as well, okay? So symphony is the blue circle. We want everybody in this circle except for the numbers that are in the green part. So I only want 5, 5, and 4. So 5 and 5 is 10, and 4 more is 14. So y'all, I'm looking at 14 right here, okay? So look, let me come back over here. Let me enter in my 14. Boom. And then part E says, how many of them had exactly 2 activities? Okay, let's see if we can answer that one. Oops. Boom. Boom. Right there. Okay. Exactly 2, y'all. Exactly 2. Let me come back to my picture just so we can see that a little bit better, okay? Exactly 2, y'all. I'm going to do this in red. It's going to be this guy, and that guy. Those are exactly 2. Let me see if I can do it in black. 1, 2, 3. So 5 and another 5, that should give me a total of 10. Okay. So look, y'all, I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to enter in 10. I'm going to check it, and we got it, okay? So, y'all, the most important thing in doing this problem is being able to draw that picture there, okay? Y'all have questions?